How's everyone doing? This is going to be a what movie should I watch vlog, and let me know what you're watching tonight as well. I'm going to go ahead and do what I usually do in these videos and kind of do a complete preview of my movie collection, Blu-rays and DVDs. And this is the horror Blu-ray section right here. I'm going to have horror Blu-rays a little bit everywhere on the floor as well, but I'm going to need another bookcase, which I think I'm going to put right there, which will help block some of the sunlight as well, which is key. And I'll just move that down a little bit, and hopefully it won't block the light switch. I wish this was set up a little bit differently, so I could have had like two bookcases there, or an extra bookcase there as well, because, you know, I can't put a bookcase here because the door wouldn't close, so it would be always ajar. And then here are the other two bookcases in this room. This is like my office area. And I actually just sold about 200 DVDs, and I think it was like 58 Blu-rays. So there used to be a giant stack over here. Those are all gone, but I still have a bunch more. Every now and then I try to downsize my collection. You know, I'm like, am I ever going to watch this again? I didn't really love it. You know, I go back and forth. There's certain movies, like I always mention, like Semi-Pro and Step Brothers. Semi-Pro, you know, it's kind of like mind-numbing entertainment. It's just okay for me, and I know for that I'm not going to get much for it. And then Step Brothers, I hate that movie. I don't think it's funny, except for the boats and hoes. That was funny. But the rest of it is just corny to me and not my kind of humor, but I know everybody loves it, and girls always love it. So that's always like the go-to date movie that I put on. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and pan through and show you some of the collection right there. And go through some of the criterions. I'm going to do proper videos for like everything. I'll do like a Arrow video collection, a Twilight Time collection. I have probably about double of this now of Twilight Time releases. I have a few coming, and then I have a few in the other room as well. And then I'll do Criterion collection. I need to pick up some more Criterions. There's a bunch that I want to pick up. They're releasing so many great films coming up, and I'm very excited for what they're doing. And then there's a couple more piles. That's stuff I still need to review that have just been kind of like sitting there. And then these ones as well I'm going to review. I think these ones are ones I'm probably not going to keep either, because I'm either not that interested or I have other editions and stuff like that. And I know the little girl who lives down the lane, I love this movie. I finally got a Blu-ray release, so I'm probably going to pick that up. I wish Real Genius we did a Blu-ray release. That'd be awesome. Get some special features on there, some commentary maybe from Val Kilmer. What else is he doing? Some low-budget movies? No, I'm just kidding, but just some random stuff a little bit everywhere. And then here's the rest of the collection in here. I'm still going to get two more bookcases. This one right here is needs to be replaced, and then I need to get, you know, I'm going to get the one to replace and then another one right there. But I think I actually need a third one too, because, you know, I have all the movies over here, but I still have a few boxes, like big boxes. I probably have two bookcases filled worth of just DVDs, and a bunch more horror DVDs. I didn't realize how many horror DVDs I have. That's all horror DVDs right there, and then stacks down the bottom, but I have a bunch more too. Like I said, I'm trying to, you know, go through my collection every so often and get rid of the movies that I feel like I'm never going to watch again, or I just didn't really love. You know, for a while I was just keeping movies. You know, if I was like, oh, it's okay, you know, for whatever reason I try to rationalize it. Like, I need to stop doing that. And there's certain movies that I have a bunch of different editions, like The Thing. Scream Factory just announced that they're going to do, you know, the collector's edition and then the deluxe edition. Now, the deluxe edition is already sold out. I did not order it because the only thing different was it has an extra slipcover and an extra poster with that artwork, which I actually didn't care for that artwork. There's so many different versions of The Thing with different artwork, and most of the artwork is terrible. And I really didn't care for that deluxe edition, so you're paying 10 more bucks for just that extra, you know, mini poster and slipcover, and that just wasn't worth it. There's nothing different special feature-wise or anything like that, from what I read anyway, so I didn't get that one, but I will be getting the collector's edition one. I like that artwork decently enough, even though it's something we've seen pretty similar for a while. But yeah, I'm just going to scroll, pan through a few things. There's some Blu-rays and stuff. I've got a bunch more box sets of Blu-rays that I need to put out as well. Eventually when I get the other shelves, I'll get everything organized and do a complete collection overview. I know I've been saying that for a while, but it's coming soon, I promise. And there's my dog chilling over there. I figured I'd do this video kind of early, and got out of work early, and I want to knock out two movies, so I want you to pick out two of these 8 right here to choose from. All of these are new releases except for Drinking Buddies. 13 hours, which I actually popped this in the other night, and I fell asleep. It wasn't because the movie was boring. I know there's a build-up. I know there's going to be a lot of action, tensions based on the 2012 Benghazi attack, and Michael Bay is directing, so I'm expecting explosions and lots of action, but I was just really tired, and it was just really the beginning. I only caught like a few minutes of it. Zoolander 2, I'm not really expecting too much from that. I do like the first Zoolander. It was, quotable, but I'm expecting this to just be a ridiculous comedy, over the top. Tons of cameos, apparently. But I do like that this one, I'm not into digital, but it does include a digital copy for the original film, which is pretty cool. And then London Has Fallen, which, again, reminds me so much of Olympus Has Fallen, I think was the other one, and White House Down. So many of these different... The only thing that's different is the setting. The president is in London, apparently. But, yeah, no, another action movie involving the president, and, some good actors in there. Aaron Eckhart and Gerard Butler, and of course Morgan Freeman, and I guess there's a few other recognizable people in there as well. Finest Hours, which I guess it's like a rescue mission. I don't know too much about this one, but I do like the cast again. So Ben Foster is awesome, very underrated. I really loved him in 30 Days of Night, which has become one of my all-time favorite movies. Midnight Special, which I don't know too much about again, but I do love the director Jeff Nichols and some of the cast in here as well. I know everybody loves Adam Driver all of a sudden because of Force Awakens, but I'm just not a fan of his. I've never really been a fan of his. Kill Your Friends, which this generation's American Psycho says FHM. I hate these blurbs. These blurbs are ridiculous. I think the authors and writers of these blurbs just put out so much praise just to get on the covers, because there's been some outlandish stuff, and that's high praise right there. It would be highly unlikely to live up to that, but I'm going to give it a fair chance. I do like the lead actor Nicholas Hoult, so looking forward to checking that one out. Drinking Buddies is, like I said, was the only one that wasn't new. I got this off of Amazon for like $6, I think. I like the cast. It seems like a decently funny rom-com. Drinking, hanging out, casual. I don't know. I like the cast. So, and Olivia Wilde, stunning. Anna Kendrick is attractive as well. She's been in a lot of great films. And Ron Livingston, I always think of Office Space with him. And then Jake Johnson, he's been in a lot of stuff too. I think he's like your everyman kind of guy, and he plays those roles very well. Next up is The Midnight After, which I don't know too much about this one. I guess there's an apocalyptic event, and they're stranded on a bus, and crazy stuff starts happening. And looking forward to checking out. This one is from Wellgo USA, as is Kill Your Friends. So those are the ones to choose from. I haven't seen any of them. I did pop in 13 Hours, but I literally only saw a couple of minutes of it, so gonna give that one a fair chance eventually. But what one should I watch tonight? Choose from these, or give me other movie recommendations down below. So there you go. Those are the ones to choose from out of those 8. Recommend me 2 to watch tonight, and let me know what you're watching tonight as well. And let me know, did you get the Thing deluxe edition from Scream Factory? Do you think it was worth the extra $10 for just the extra mini poster and slipcover? I personally, I am a big... The Thing is my all-time favorite movie. Absolutely love it. I have a ton of different editions. But I don't know, I have so many at this point, I couldn't justify paying $10 extra for artwork I didn't really like. And just for the slipcover and the mini poster, which I'm probably not going to even display because I have limited wall space to begin with, and I still have to figure out where to put the posters I do have up, especially after I get the extra bookcases. There'll be even less wall space. So, yeah. I am going to get the other collector's edition, though. I am glad that Scream Factory is putting out some, I think there's some new special features, new transfers, so that is always a positive. And I do like the artwork on the collector's edition. Again, it's nothing new that we haven't seen before, but it's decent. It's better than the typical glow face design that we see. I didn't like the Mondo Steelbook version. It looked like Ice Groot, an ice version of Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. And then there was really no back artwork or interior artwork to really, it was just like splatter effect. That didn't really do it for me. I do like the UK, I think it was Play.com exclusive. I have that one, it's out of print. It goes for ridiculous money. It's unique. Again, it was green. I don't know, some people were joking on it for that, but it was something that I thought was cool and kind of different that we hadn't seen at that time, so I liked that cover artwork. But yeah, I'm rambling, and let me know what you think about that for the Scream Factory release for The Thing, the Collector's Edition, Deluxe Edition. They're doing this a lot lately. I think they did it for Return of the Living Dead as well, and I think another release too, but I think it's something we're going to see more of. They're going to have the Deluxe Special Edition limited to whatever, and people are going to buy them out, buy several editions, because there's no limit on how many you can buy, and there's people already putting it up on eBay for like 85, 90 bucks, which is crazy talk. I mean, especially since it's only like 35 bucks. So yeah, I think if there's certain companies that do limit your special editions, like they'll put limit 2 per customer, which I think is cool, and you can still get around that as well if you really want to. But the way that they're doing it now, Scream Factory is just kind of pandering to the market for scalpers, essentially, in a way. Unfortunately, that's the case. But you know, they're all about making that money. No qualms there. I understand that's business, but there you go. Let me know what you think, and then eventually I'll do a proper collection overview, and there I am right there. I'm rocking a boxers. First thing I do when I get out of work, pants go off. Pants are the devil's clothing. That's what I always say. So yeah, there's some collector's editions, that's some stuff up there. I have some up there as well. But I have a bunch more box sets that I need to get out of boxes and put up. But again, yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get 3 bookcases, and hopefully that'll work where I can push this one down and it won't cover up the light switch, so I can have that one, because it is gonna be extended a little bit forward. But there we go. So sorry, I've been rambling, but let me know what you're watching tonight and what 2 movies I should watch tonight out of the ones that I chose, or if you want to recommend me something else to check out, let me know. Leave me a comment or video response down below. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care.